officials in the communities are good, and the Association of Town Unions, but they have become more or less sometimes politicized. They get involved in the who is governor and who is not. That's not the job of the town unions. The major focus will now be, if there is any, if you are an age grade and you want to do a project for your community, I will encourage all age grade to come up with a project. If the age grade comes up with a project that they want to do 50 meters of a road or drainage to help curb erosion, then the government will match them with the funding. So if they raise 50 naira for the project, that will execute that project. The idea of development, for the town unions to be given the function of enforcing our codes, of enforcing the rules. There has to be one secondary school here to cater for. So I want to remodel the public schools that people are going to say, no, my child will go to a public school because the public schools are working. So I think that what we need to judge our governments with is outcomes, not inputs, not number of schools built. How many people are in those schools, and how many people in those schools passed their WAEC? How many people in the public schools passed their JAMB exam? Of the 18,000 people from Anambra that gained admission last year in universities, how many of them were Anambra residents, not Anambra indigenes, who live in Lagos and Ibadan and Abuja? How many residents of Anambra gained admissions? How many of them came from public schools and how many came from private schools? We need to go. So by 2020, the three of them will be going to early child education. Do we have enough teachers for early child education? Are we prepared for them? Are they going to private schools or public schools? So with that, we can decide that the children that go to public schools for early child education, the state will subsidize where there are no private public schools for them. And then also, we will then standardize our schools, create a standard process for measuring the schools, for ranking the schools.
Okay, the best schools.
Yes. We will be able to say to you, the state average for English across all primary schools, elementary 5 students in all the primary. In this school, in Obosi Community School, their score is 54%. In Uno Community Secondary School, or in ABCD private secondary, in English, Maths, and Basic Science. So the exam will be compulsory for all elementary 5 students, it will be compulsory for all JS2 students, and it will be compulsory for all SS2 students. That is the penultimate year to the exam year in every school. And the idea is for us to get a state average of the scores across all the states, and then also to measure that and be able to fix the
target
and girls can step out of their house by 7 p.m. The Anambra security situation room, I think they have one now, but this one is changed. It is to empower the citizens. Download the application, take back the text messaging number. Anytime you are mugged, anytime you are abused, anybody that causes any issues with you, before you even go to the police station, report it on the application if you are schooled, or you get your child or somebody to report it for you. Once that is reported, we the evening. I have people working for me at my ICT center. They don't leave the place after 6:30 in the evening because they will be mugged. So there's a general fear in Anambra that at 7 o'clock, people have shut down. You can't see people on the road. You can't see vehicles on the road. So for me, the measurement of these things is how does it impact the human being, the average Joe on the street. It's not about the fact that all the big men are able to come home now. No, it's about that those who reside in Anambra are able to engage in their activities day in, day out.
Without being threatened.
Without being threatened. And then that leads us to the next thing about that. Once you're able to do that, it means that my ICT center can remain open till 10 p.m. That means I need 2 shifts of staff. So if I used to have 30 people working in shift 1, I need another 30 for shift 2. I have 60. Doubled the capacity of employment I can give. Same thing with the manufacturers. Same thing with the people who produce water, the people who trade. Once they can open their shops, the people social. That had manual operations, I left it with a digital operation. Every aspect of FRSC, fine booking, booking of offenders, they did it on the application. Reporting of daily accident reports. It used to take us 1 month to get monthly accident reports. I turned it into a daily report. Every day I saw the number of crashes on the country and where they were happening. I met FRSC with a website that wasn't functioning. I left them with 22 web applications that connected everything. All the staff were known, salaries were paid on e-payment rule, everything. SAP, we joined, FRSC is one of the few Ma ya ka nze daalụ ife ị ga-eme bụ jos tụọlụ m vootu na Nọvemba 18 maka na ife niile m na-agwa gị bụ ife m megolo eme bifo ọ bụrụ ife m na-ekwu ka m ga-esi mee emego m ya onwe onye ma na-ala ya si ya ife onye a na-ekwu o mekwala ya na Federal Road Safety oge m bịa na Federal Road Safety o nwere any infra unu bụ ife ga-eme ihe nna gwa unu bụ na ife ga-eme na Anambra over the next 4 years Anambra a ga-eji Anambra na-ama atụ na Nigeria etu esi eji road safety ama atụ na the whole world.
All right, okay, let's pick one more call. Hello, good morning, what's your name? All right, you're welcome. The guest in the studio is Honorable Chief Osita Chidoka.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, go on with your question, please.
Mm. Mm. Yes. Because okay, we voters card. Because I hide because if I didn't happen like you said, the politician sometimes if I not able to take one of my vote in the election, but I had can experience only for a phone at Tijelo. I will not go away company like Anambra State. Oh, when the national governor got higher and down work, I follow again a company again. Happily, a managing director. So, it's a higher managing director of a company. I don't know, can if all of go before? Can experience on when if on a Juku? So, and my younger Anambra, and we're going to experience Ebidom from Oloibo from level 8, Abu NYSC award winner, HM NYSC winner award, Luana civil service for years, Bolo PA to minister, Law SA to minister, Law Commercial to Federal Republic of Nigeria, Law Minister of Aviation. So, anyway, my experience. I'm a man Oboda Dimma.
All right, because of time, our time is fast spent. I'd like you to just your last word for Anambrarians and why they should vote you as the next governor of the state. Just in one statement.
Well, I think that anybody that is an Anambra resident and who is a registered voter in Anambra, I believe that we all want to see better outcomes for our life. I believe we want to see our life reformed to reflect our dreams and aspirations as a people. I believe that Anambra State have the potentials to show example to the federal government of what we want out of Nigeria. Now, everything the Igbos are demanding for, we are demanding for citizenship to be reviewed in this country. I will not accept that you can have state of origin in a country that is supposed to be one. So if you want to offer admission to an Anambra person living in Kanu, you must give her an Kanu quota. And I must demand that from the federal government. If you want to offer an Akwa Ibom man living in Anambra, you should give him under Anambra quota because he has enjoyed the education in Anambra. Nothing is structurally wrong with his brain for you to now go and give him the Akwa Ibom quota when he lives in Anambra State. We need to review that. Okay. Anambra State is going to be an example of merit. We will show the government that we can use merit to bring people into our public service, use merit to promote them, and let Nigeria learn a lesson from Anambra State.
All right, thank you very much, Chief Osita Chidoka, the candidate flag bearer of UPP for the Anambra gubernatorial election coming up November 18. Thank you very much, Chief, for being a part of being a guest in this program. We hope we're going to have you some other time as a guest.
I'll be happy to be here.
All right, we wish you luck. We wish you luck in this upcoming election. All right, thank you very much. Have a lovely day, beautiful listener. My name still remains John Udo, the Alpha Prophet, the man that opens doors. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.